This has been Hollywood's best summer at the box office ever. Spider-Man 3 was this year's first blockbuster and is still #1. But for the first time ever, there were 4 summer movies that took in more than $300 million in the United States. People Magazine assistant managing editor and early show entertainment contributor Jess Cagle has a recap of the summer hits and misses. Let's hear it for Jess Cagle.
All right.
So why was it such a big summer at the box office?
Well, I think there were a lot of good, solid hits that a lot of people like Knocked Up, Ratatouille, Hairspray, all good movies. But you had these 3 threequels that were just gigantic, and that was Shrek 3, Spider-Man 3, and Pirates of the Caribbean 3.
Right.
And all of those making over, like you said, $300 million, that really is what put it over the top. But it wasn't just those. I mean, it was all these other movies people liked.
Well, now, there were lots of sequels and threequels, and one of your favorites is the Bruce Willis movie.
The Bruce Willis, and you like that one too,
Loved
right?
it, yes.
That was the biggest surprise. That was Live Free or Die Hard, did not make $300 million, but it was a nice hit, and it was surprising that it was so good.
Yeah, it was really well done. One of the other big movies was Transformers, which I didn't see, but everybody else in America under a certain age did see.
Right.
Now, who's the big breakout star from that?
That's Shia LaBeouf. Now, that was a huge movie for him. There was a lot of hype around this young guy who's 21 years old. He had magazine covers. He hosted Saturday Night Live, and he had a nice little spring hit called Disturbia. And so and he's going to play the new Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones 4.
This guy's giant.
Exactly. And so good for him that this movie came out and turned out to be such a success. It showed he's not all hype.
Explain who Judd Apatow is.
Judd Apatow is considered the great hope for American comedy. This is the guy who did 40-Year-Old Virgin. He also was behind Knocked Up and Superbad, 2 of the biggest comedy hits of this summer.
Superbad is out now and has made another big weekend.
Yes.
You should explain. The language in this is so brutally inappropriate. But
do not take the entire family, whatever you do.
But these movies, there's a sweetness about them.
The thing that Judd Apatow does so well is he does these raunchy comedies that appeal to young males, which is what you really need to do. But there is a sweetness in them that also appeals to women.
Yeah.
They're really expertly done. They're not just filthy. They're really, really smart.
We're going to have to go back and look at that sentence. The Simpsons, I think, it was interesting because the movie did a lot of business, and people went to see it and said, well, we like this, but it's 18 years of television. How could, if you were a Simpson fan ever in the last 20 years, how could you not go see the movie?
Right. Why would anybody go see a movie they can see for free every Sunday night?
Yeah.
The thing is, there's such affection for these characters that what we realized, those of us who doubted that the movie might do well, was people want to spend an hour and a half with these characters. People love them.
Right. Now, let's talk about some movies that didn't do so well. I don't even remember. There was a movie called Invasion. What was it?
The Invasion. It's actually out now with Nicole Kidman. It's a remake, another adaptation, I should say, of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Now, it's a great idea with a great actress. The movie has been done several times before. It's also got Daniel Craig in it.
Yeah.
The problem is, it just took itself so seriously. You're going to see Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You want a nice, schlocky sci-fi thriller.
Sure.
Though this is very metaphorical and very high-minded. Just did not work out.
One of the other movies that made money but didn't make nearly enough money was Evan Almighty.
Evan Almighty. Only in Hollywood today can a movie make over $100 million and still be considered a huge disappointment. Evan Almighty with Steve Carell, about a guy who builds Noah's Ark, made over $100 million, but it cost $175.
Wow. All right, Jess Cagle, as always, thank you so much.